4. Mr. Little. Stan Little turned back towards the headmaster's door, wondering what he had done wrong to bring back whoppish tone into the headmaster's voice. Mr. Little. Henry Montgomery turned up his nose distastefully. We have a policeman in school apparently wanting to see you. He hasn't seen fit to tell me his business. Top secret, apparently. Anyway, he has asked permission to use my study to interview you. Please see it's empty by the time I get back from break. I have parents coming. He stalked back, away, black gown quivering with indignation. Stan went in. There was a police sergeant standing by the fireplace, staring at Henry Montgomery's imitation marble bust of Shakespeare. As he turned, Stan saw he had a bad limp. Hello, sir. It wasn't the way a policeman says sir, it was the way a schoolboy says sir. Familiar eyes stared out at Stan from an unfamiliar face. A face twisted by a scar that ran from chin to hairline, and tight lines of pain round eyes and mouth. It's green, isn't it? Yes, sir. The schoolboy grin was still there, though the man looked 40. But I thought you had a commission in the army. Stan could have bitten his tongue off the next minute, remembering the limp and scar. I copped it at Dunkirk. They got me in the foot, the face and the nerves, so I was shovelled out as an invalid. Still, I'm trying to make myself useful. Stops me remembering. Sit down, won't you? Said Stan awkwardly. I'd like your advice, sir. We found something. It's not pretty. The inspectors left it to me. We're short-handed. It's not really important, and yet it niggles me. Lying awake last night, thinking about it. I remembered you, sir, and the way you always knew what to do when I was at school. Anything I can do, said Stan. He felt embarrassed. Stan, I'd like you to come and look at it, sir, as I said. It's not pretty, but I'd be grateful, I mean. Well, you're in the Home Guard, so you know about weapons, and I think it's the work of boys. No one knows boys like you do. They drove from school in a police car. Stan hadn't bothered to consult Henry Montgomery. If he didn't like it, he could lump it. Away had been into Churton Wood at last, by the heavy boots of constables. One still remains on guard, looking queasy. We haven't touched anything yet, sir. Thought it'll have to be cleared up by tonight, and this is confidential. We don't want rumours spreading. The bomb-retain's tail section was still there, but changed. Every piece that could be twisted off by a souvenir had been. Bricks had smashed the last of perspex, and caved in the aluminium sides. Someone had tried to set the whole thing on fire, and various obscenities had been scrawled on its black sides in shock. Nasty, isn't it? I don't think that's dog dirt either. That's not the smell of dog dirt. No, it was neighbours complaining about the smell that put us onto it. There's a dead man inside. I wouldn't look at you, sir. If I was you, sir, everything that's been done to the plane's been done to him as well. Poor devil. I know they're the enemy, but really. Sergeant Green was a loss for words. Why I brought you here, sir? Look at this. He pointed to an aluminium spar still sticking out of the wreckage. Sawn through with a hacksaw, said Stan. Now, what have I been attached to that, sir? Machine gun, I suppose. And there's ammunition missing too. These planes carry 2,000 spare rounds in the rear gun position. I'm checking with RAF Alkington. But who couldn't have pinched it? We thought it might be the IRA at first. They've been pinching out the old rifle recently. But whoever heard of the IRA this far north? Lancashire, yes, but... And look at the hacksaw cut. Can you but imagine a grown-up being the cack handled? I remember it, kid, sir. Oh, surely. What about that then, sir? Green pointed to the bullet holes in the rudder hanging overhead. Made by the fighter that shot him down. Wrong caliber. There's 7.62mm. The RAF used .303. Then the gunner shot through his own tail in panic. The angle's impossible. Those holes were made when the machine gun was already detached from the plane. One of my beat bobbies actually heard it happen, the night after the plane was shot down. Why didn't he investigate? He didn't know what it was, and the siren came. He thought it was part of the raid. I'm afraid he's not very bright. You mean, some bright kid's got a gun and 2,000 rounds of live ammo. And that's that guy's no pea shooter. It'll go through a brick wall at a quarter of a mile. Struth. And some really well organised kid too. Finding it gone home from the saw, getting the gun home through the street and hiding it where his parents couldn't find it. That takes some planning. That's not a primary kid, sir. That's a grammar school kid, boy. He's not even one of. You can't mean one of our boys. Green gave a wry grin. I know them, sir, and you know them. Primary kids can be very tough and louts. But for real development, give me a grammar school boy gone wrong every time. The head's not going to like it, this. Well, he'll have to lump it. That's where you could help, sir. Oh, thanks. I wouldn't have asked, sir, but if they cut loose with that thing, they could kill 20 people without even knowing they've done it.